Thank you for joining our educational video on Migration Protection Protocols, or MPP. Next slide, please. First question is, what is MPP? MPP, which is also known as the Remain in Mexico policy, was initiated in January 2019, where some asylum seekers were forced to wait in Mexico while pursuing their asylum claims in the United States. Next slide, please. As I said, this policy was in place from January 2019, and it was suspended by the Biden administration in January 2021, and finally ended in June of 2021. But in the 2 years that it was in place, it caused irreparable harm to the most vulnerable of immigrants. Immigrants came to us for protection, and they were turned away in our name and exposed to kidnapping, rape, and torture. This policy was so bad that even the US Citizenship and Immigration Services Union said in court that they could not support this policy. What has happened now? As I said before, the policy has ended in June of 2021. Since January, when it was suspended, until June of 2021, 10,000 people have been allowed in to pursue their asylum claims in the US. However, the problem is that when President Biden ended the program put in place to accept the MPP, people put in MPP, did not encompass all of the people, all of the immigrants who were forced to wait in Mexico. So that is why our ask now is that the policy to welcome and parole in these asylum seekers is broadened and the gaps are filled so that everyone who has been in the Remain in Mexico policy will get a chance to ask for asylum inside the United States. Our second ask is that we must ensure accountability. This policy was a terrible policy. We should never have such policies like this again. And so there should be accountability for those who were in charge, as well as making sure that such policies cannot be reinstated, especially in our name. And finally, we need to end the bad policies that are still in place at the border, one of which is Title 42. We will be talking about Title 42 in our next educational video and explaining what it is. So I hope you'll join us then. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us. Otherwise, please be in touch.